Thank you for joining us today. We are going to be going over some of the moves that you might see in a barre class, and Christian's going to be our demonstrator for today. So a barre workout is, thank you, Chris. A barre workout takes classical ballet movements and integrates a little bit of Pilates, fitness, and yoga. So there's, depending on who's teaching it, there could be a whole range of different movements that you see. What I'm going to do is take apart some of the movements that you most often will see that come out of the classical ballet range. So something that we will be working on is turnout. So external rotation. So Chris, can you close your legs and go parallel right there? Good. So when we have a turned out position, it's actually going to be a rotation from the hip joint, and you make a little V like that. So you could even do it with us if you would like. So parallel, and I would put your weight just a little bit on the heels, make your belly strong, and then turn the toes out to the side. Perfect. Can you turn to face the side when you do that? So good. So turn the feet out. You know that you're in a good turnout position if all of your toes are still touching the floor. If that pinky toe has lost contact and sort of the arches of the feet are rolling in, that makes the ankle joints not so stable, and you might feel a little bit of pressure in the knees. So rather than aiming for 180 degrees, even a 90 degree or a little bit less will be a great way for you to be working out. So the aim is not to get a straight line, but just to turn out a bit so that you get the back of the hips working. Those are the external rotators. There's a bunch of great muscles that are working there. Okay, so that's our first thing.
You can also start from parallel and close.
You could do it also
It's
that
also
way.
the same.
Yeah.
Just if you maybe have more feeling for that.
So
just
that,
as a suggestion.
thank you, Chris. So that external rotation is something you will 100% see in your barre class. Let's go to the barre. So this is your ballet barre. You'll see it's spelled B-A-R-R-E, but it's pronounced barre, not barre. So if you're in a turned out position, good, and you bend your knees, the knees are going to be trying to go out towards the side, that the knee is in line with the foot. And what I mean by that, can you bring your knees inwardly rotated, Chris? Where the knees are coming towards the front, that means that we've lost connection with our external rotators, and that's a bit of pressure on the knees. So the knees are going out towards the side, and you could feel more work from your hip muscle. Let's turn that to the corner. Good. So that's called a plie. That's a plie in first position. So that's not the right way. And show the right way. Exactly. Plie means to bend. Can you do a plie in second position, please? So second position is just a little bit wider. It's still that external rotation. And you'll see this for sure, a plie in second position. Again, you're going to be checking that the knees feel good, not rotate in. Exactly. Sometimes we see an over-rotation of the ankle joint, and that is not going to feel comfortable. So if your toes are facing the back, that's not a good thing. Okay, back to where you feel comfortable, Chris. Okay. And the other thing is we're going to try to get come back.
I'm a good student today.
Come back up. And upright, so a vertical, which is different from a squat. So what Chris was a little bit showing, so show me a normal squat where the feet are coming front. So exactly, a squat would be sending the hips back. A plie is up and down. The hips are going vertically up and down. Excellent. This is going to work the legs and the hips just a bit different, and that's why we like it in the barre class. You're going to be toning your booty a little bit different. All right, can you go down into the plie? Something now you will see are pulses. Pulses is an end range. It's a very small movement. It's an isometric work. So can you just show a tiny pulse? It's about, depending on your measurement system, a couple centimeters or maybe an inch. Can you show an out of control pulse? A little bit crazy. This is all right, now
Like
he's
this?
getting too crazy. No, that was a little crazy. Show me when it's too fast and out of control. No, that's not what I mean, Chris. The up and down one that you see all the time. All right, now this is too out of control. And what's happening is that you're putting a lot of pressure in the knees. So that's when we're talking about pulses. That's not the kind that we want to see. Now bring it into control, Chris. right? So you see that control in his abs. He's controlling the way that the legs are opening, and it's a small movement.
I think what happens is with these auto control things that you just concentrate on the way down or on the way up. So concentrate down and up, down and up. So it's not like down and up, or up and down. It's equal.
Right, because it's an isometric work right there. It's a small pulse. Every part of it is being held by the body. So that's an important one for us. Excellent. Can we do, let's do 3 more movements when we're here. Can you come back to a first position? Good. And I'd like devant. So you're going to bring your leg front. Good. So something that happens is lifting and lowering this leg. And so when the leg is to the front, that'd be devant. Let's turn and face them so that they can see a little bit better. The heel is rotating to the center of the body, And then we can lift and lower that leg. What's happening there is we are working the leg muscles a little bit different. You could try that at home when it's parallel, see how that feels. So, and then turn it out where the heel is coming towards the center, and then pick that up and down.
Can I do it with the other leg too?
Yes, you can. Now, his standing hip is also working. If he is going hips out towards the side, we're not exactly to try to get the leg up. That's not going to be the best use of your.
Or sometimes
of your
where I
class.
see is this one.
Right. So the hips, we will say hips square, and so we mean them pointing towards the front. Can you show me to the side now, please?
I just wanted one last thing. My ballet teacher always told me that you put a tray on your heel, so you present it up. Maybe it helps.
That's a great.
Okay, side.
So when we bring, now we have turnout, we also have parallel and bar, but I'd like to show the turnout. Can you point your foot to the side? So excellent. So, and bring it back to me. So back to Tandem first. So he's actually showing with his foot which direction he's going. So he's straight, taking the line of where his foot was already pointed, and that's how we know that's in a good position. Good. If he goes too far to the back, then he's opening the hip and he's lost a bit of control in his center, right? Or if you're swinging in the hips, that means that you're not quite in the perfect position for your body, right? And then from there, he can do anything. He can lift the leg, he can lower it. Just do that a couple times. Perfect. And that's a good controlled position on the standing hip, and his core is working. Good. Let's do arabesque for our last one for today. So arabesque. Now there's a lot of different, in a bar class, there's going to be a lot of different versions of your arabesque. Parallel, it could be lifted, it could be lowered. What's important for your arabesque, whether it's lifted or lowered, is that you have a little bit of control in the belly area. If we're sinking in or pressing the hips front, you're going to feel pressure in the low back area, and that's not going to feel comfortable for you. So if you're feeling pressure back there,
looks sexy,
very sexy.
No, but it's not so controlled.
Not so controlled, unfortunately. So if you're feeling that there's any sort of low back tension, I'd like you to make sure that you're engaging the abs and maybe make that range of motion a little bit smaller. The leg, maybe can you turn to the bar? The leg, when it's in arabesque, is directly behind you, and we're working on stretching the knee. Perfect. Excellent. So those are our ballet moves, or at least the foundation of the bar classes that you would be taking with us.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Thank you for watching us today. It would help us a lot if you would subscribe over here. And if you'd like to watch something else from us, go over here.
Bye.
Bye.